For decades, the world has watched minority struggles dominate global headlines, protests, sanctions, UN debates, and non-stop media coverage. At the same time, other minority communities face long-term discrimination, displacement, or violence, with barely any international attention. So why do some minority issues go global, while others remain invisible? It's not simply about how severe a crisis is, it's about power, narratives, and visibility. Research by the United Nations and major human rights organizations shows that the scale of suffering does not reliably predict global attention. First, geopolitics. Minority issues gain traction when they intersect with the strategic interests of powerful states. If a crisis can pressure or rival or justify foreign policy action, it travels. If it can't, silence is far more common. Second, narrative simplicity. Global media favors stories with clear villains and familiar frames. Complex histories, layered identities, regional grievances, internal power struggles are harder to package and easier to ignore. Third, audience relatability. Studies on international media show that stories involving familiar religions, languages, or historical ties receive more coverage than those that don't. Visibility often reflects familiarity, not urgency. Consider this. Two minority communities, both face discrimination, both report restrictions on rights. One becomes a global cause, amplified by governments, media, and campaigns. The other remains largely invisible, discussed mainly in reports few people read. The difference isn't suffering, it's strategic visibility. This creates a dangerous imbalance. Some communities gain international pressure, aid, and accountabilities. Others are left negotiating survival without leverage, beyond cameras or hashtags. Invisibility doesn't mean safety, it means silence. Global attention is not a moral ranking system. It's a political and media-driven process shaped by power, perception, and access. So the real question isn't why some minority issues go global. It's why we accepted a world where visibility determines and whose rights matter.